Welcome to this BTW update. I'm John Luck. Triple E has been found for the fourth time this year in southeastern Massachusetts, this time in West Bridgewater. Other positive tests were found so far in Middleborough, Yarmouth, and Plymouth. Although this is only the fourth positive test for Triple E, there have been 114 positive tests for West Nile virus, including 2 in Bristol County. There have been no reported cases in Plymouth County of West Nile virus. The Department of Public Health still has southeastern Massachusetts in the low category for contracting a mosquito-borne illness. In the past, we've given you some tips on mosquito prevention. However, it does bear repeating as we are in the prime time for mosquitoes. Use a repellent that contains DEET, remove standing water around your home, and if you are outside, the best chance of getting bit by a mosquito occurs from dusk to dawn. Wear long-sleeved shirts and long-legged pants when possible. A Bridgewater man is recovering following a motorcycle crash on Broad Street on Saturday night. The 59-year-old man, whose name has not been released, reportedly lost control of the bike before falling. The Bridgewater Fire Chief told the Brockton Enterprise the man suffered head and chest trauma. This accident is the second over the past month here in Bridgewater. Remember back a while ago, a car collided with 2 people near Winter Place, and despite their injuries, the 2 in the Winter Place crash and the 59-year-old man are expected to make full recoveries. Turning to some items around town to put on your calendar, the BR Music Boosters are holding a mattress fundraiser on Saturday, September 10th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the high school cafeteria. With each purchase, you can help the BR Music program, and you can save up to 50% of the retail price. Mattresses are brand new and are name brands. For more information on the event, you can visit the Facebook page Custom Fundraising Solutions Boston and click on Events. Turning to town government, and all these meetings are open to the public. The Finance Committee will meet tonight at 7 p.m. in the Academy Building, and the Planning Board will meet at the Police Station at 6:30 p.m. On Wednesday at 7 p.m. in room 201A of the Academy Building, the Rules and Procedures Committee will meet at 7 p.m. The BR School Committee will meet in the lecture hall at the high school coming up at 7 p.m. as well. The meeting will be available on Channel 22 later in the week and available in high definition quality anywhere, anytime online at btvaccess.com. The town clerk would like to remind residents that the deadline for the state primary is September 7th at noon, and the primary will take place at Bridgewater Middle School coming up on Thursday, September 8th. And turning to weather, in the summertime, he just keeps hanging around. It seems like it's never going to stop, but that could change around Thursday. Jeff Fowler has more.
Some drier weather will be on its way, John, as we approach the end of this work week, but so far today we've had sunshine, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s across the region. Here outside the studio, 86 degrees currently with a barometric pressure of 29.99 inches. That means high pressure is taking over, and that will bring some dry weather here as we go through the week ahead. Across the region right now, 87 in Boston, 89 down in Taunton, but you see upper 70s and lower 80s moving across southern New Hampshire and in towards northwestern Massachusetts, and that weather is destined for our area on Tuesdays. Look at the tropics. We've had a triple threat. Gaston now has moved off the screen, but is headed towards Europe. We do have some activity going on now, a little bit flaring up this afternoon down towards the Caribbean. We'll watch that. But the remnants of Fiona have become potentially a new system approaching the Carolina coast, and also what could be Hermine down towards the Florida Straits. Most likely what will happen is as we go through the week, we have a cooler air mass that will be moving across the northern tier of states, and most likely that will kick these two systems out to sea. But as you know, it is New England, it is the weather, and we will have to keep an eye on this as we go across the week ahead. Speaking of which, on your Tuesday here for the Northeast, sunshine abound. We have temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees here in New England. If you're traveling down towards New York City perhaps, or the Philadelphia region, we will still be near 90 down there, but it is pretty dry here across the Northeast. Maybe a few storms approaching, say, out towards Detroit, Chicago, and also down towards Virginia Beach, where that tropical system may be approaching. But let's look at our weather here for the week ahead. We will see temperatures generally in the upper 80s on Wednesday. That's the warmest day of the week. Maybe some showers or thunderstorms here Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's your next best shot of any precipitation. Then we clear out. Looks like a very nice holiday weekend with temperatures near 80 degrees.
Thanks, Jeff. The weekend of September 24th and 25th is going to be a very fun one in Bridgewater, from the Police 5K to Autumn Fest at Bridgewater State University on September 24th. But the South Shore Brew Fest, which takes place on September 25th at 25 Scotland Boulevard in Bridgewater. There's one brewery featured, and that is Black Hat, and earlier this year, Alicia Fortin had a chance to go behind the bar to see what goes into making this very successful local business.
It all started with some home brews and a dream. We set up a small makeshift brewery at my brother's house in Norton in a 12 by 12, essentially it's a shed, and we brewed for about 2.5 years developing our recipes. We are coming to you on our final brew day here in what has been Black Hat Brew Works.
Years in the making, and all that hard work is paying off.
It couldn't have worked out any better.
Residents now lining up every Friday and Saturday for a taste of Bridgewater's first microbrewery.
We try to do things a little different than most breweries that open up.
Paul Mulcahy runs Black Hat Brew Works. Brother Scott Galpin and longtime friend Jason Brown spend their free time helping out.
There's a lot to it. There's a lot of science to it. We do a lot of pH readings, refractometers for checking how much sugar we extracted from the beer.
It can take up to 3 to 4 weeks.
Each beer is unique. Its ingredients are unique, the way it needs to be handled is unique, and the way it tastes is unique.
People have come in and thanked us for bringing something like this. They come in on a weekly basis, and I think they're enjoying getting to try some different types of beer that they're maybe not used to getting at the local bar.
Like a Bridgewater Blonde,
Which is a nice 6.5% easy drinking blonde ale. A little bit more on the sweet and malty side than the hoppy side. It's one of our #1 sellers every week. And it was fun to be able to name the beer after the town, too.
there's also an Amber Ale, Imperial Stout, and Bridgewater Triple, each with its own unique spin.
We have a number of different recipes, about 10 right now, and we're working on developing maybe a couple more.
Recipes have included vanilla bean, bourbon-soaked cherries, and fresh coffee beans roasted right down the street.
Mike Shea has a roastery over on First Street in Bridgewater. And we make an Imperial Coffee Stout, and it's brewed with 3 pounds of freshly roasted whole coffee beans that we coarse crush here, and it really, really brings out this marvelous coffee flavor in our stout.
Which also features a subtle hint of chili peppers.
Feel a little tingle on the back side of your tongue. It's something very subtle, but it just adds just a little something extra.
If you're noticing a local theme, that's how it's done here, from the beer to the furnishings, like this custom-made bar from Copeland Lumber in Marshfield.
They cut this bar out of one complete tree, leaving one natural edge and one hard edge. And we think it adds a little bit of something special.
Yeah, it's kind of a local flavor to the whole establishment.
We try and do as much local as possible.
Another way Black Hat sets itself apart from the rest? By using water from the oldest bottling plant in America.
As far as I know, at this point, we're probably one of the few or maybe one of the only breweries that don't filter tap water. We actually go out and we purchase our water.
Everything pretty much starts with the water. The water that we get from Simpson Springs, they're kind enough to provide a sheet that tells us how much sodium, magnesium, the different chemicals are already in the water. Because different beers require different chemical profiles, so we can actually modify the profile of the water before we actually start making beer with it. You have somebody come and taste your beer, you want that person to come back a month from that time and have that same beer, and it should taste the same.
Whatever their process, it sure is working. A month after opening, and demand is still high.
We really didn't know what to expect when we started. We're now up to 8 kegs a week, and before the summer comes, we're going to bring that up to 12. We do hope to get into some local bars and restaurants.
Other big plans may even include a brew fest this summer.
That's, it's what we love about this town is they want to bring new things, and we want to bring people here. We love being a part of the town, so we want to do our part to bring, commerce from other towns to Bridgewater.
For Bridgewater This Week, I'm Alicia Fortin.
Black Hat Brew Works is open Thursday and Friday from 4 to 8 p.m. and Saturday from 1 to 7. And again, the Brew Fest takes place on September 25th. Tickets are $35 with 100% of the proceeds benefiting the Bridge Center and Bridgewater Police and Fire. And we thank you very much for watching this BTW update. I'm John Luck.